Welcome to Planet Shibboleth. My name is Travis Martin. I've lost over 100 pounds on the program, come off all prescription medications. Program's changed my life, and I know it will change yours too. We're a Christ-centered weight loss and wellness lifestyle. We're just teaching one another, friends helping friends, learn proper nutrition, weight loss nutrition, wellness nutrition, sports nutrition. Couple that with behavior modification techniques. Couple that with intentional living for Jesus and unrivaled support. You got the best program on the planet, and it's free. We have 3 types of members here, free community members. We want to welcome you. You're a part of something very special. You're a part of our family, myself, our lifetime members, and our partners. Well, we adore you. We want to help you. We want to support you. We want to see you do good. No matter how happy you are today, we want to help you become a happier person tomorrow. I want to thank my lifetime members and my partners. I could not do this without you. I speak for myself and Sasha. If you're on our team, officially on our team, we appreciate you and all you do to support the clients. You make Shibboleth special. If you're a lifetime member or a partner, you have no idea the number of lives you're saving by helping us sustain this great mission. Sasha and I will be doing this until God calls us home or removes our right mind from us. We're not going anywhere, but we'd be limited. We'd be real limited in our reach. We wouldn't be able to help and support the thousands of people that we do through you and through our team without your financial support. So every lifetime member and partner, God bless you. Thank you. You're a part of something special. And we aim to help you too and also make you proud. All right, we're going to get started. This is our Q&A session. No question off limits, no reasonable question. No such thing as a bad question here. We're all adults here. We don't judge each other here. This is a non-judgment zone. So please feel free to ask your question either privately. If you ask it with the Q&A button downstairs there, I won't call your name. I'll try to remember not to call your name. Or you can just ask your question over here, make special connections in the chat thread. So let's get started. Jessica, I'm looking at the Tiger list. I see the boar's head, London broil, and roast beef. Does the boar's head chicken work? It does. Any approved boar's head meat is fine for a Tiger Day. Any approved boar's head meat. Just make sure you know which category it goes in, 1 or 4. Most of them go in 1. All right, get that Tiger Day. Them Tiger Days have made all the difference in the world for me. Before we coined the label Tiger 16, Jessica, I was around 20% body fat, 220 pounds, 215 to 220. Now I'm routinely running about 192, 193 at less than 13% body fat. And I think most of that's been Tiger Days and Lion and Shark Days. Shirley, Travis, my doctor took me off of 1 blood pressure medicine. Went back to doctor yesterday and he lowered another one from 10 milligrams to 5 milligrams. Congratulations. We don't need to be on those old medicines if we can help it, and that your doctor has looked at your hard work and decided to take one of those meds from you and reduce another is a real blessing from God. So God bless your doctor. God bless you, and bless the name of the Lord forever. Awesome job. Way to go. The heart disease is the silent killer, and you're fighting back. Way to go. Good job. So proud to hear this. These are miracles. I don't know what happened. At some point, the Church of the Living God, I guess we see so many miracles. We see so many miracles every day. We take them for granted and don't even call them miracles anymore. But these are miracles. These are miracles. How many of you have heard doctors routinely, you've heard it said that doctors tell patients routinely they can't, there's nothing they can do about it. They're just going to be on those medications the rest of their life. It's genetic. Y'all heard that? And they're telling the truth. So what did she just experience? A miracle from Jesus. Great job. Another thing about, since I decided I was going to change my life, August 21st, 2021, I was going to let go of fear, let go of regret, let go of worry, let go of judgment. I just let it go. And do I still struggle with my compulsions to judge, my compulsive behaviors? Yeah, but I'm recognizing it. And I'm rooting out all judgment. I'm just not going to judge myself, not going to judge anyone. And if I do catch myself doing that, I'm going to laugh. But I said all that to say, I'm starting to see God's miracles through almost the eyes of a little child. I feel like a little child. There's miracles everywhere. Shirley says, I already have 5 stents. I don't want any more. I'm praising the Lord every day. You keep praising the Lord, and He's just going to keep blessing you. Look at this, Shirley. Why would He not prolong your days and your quality of life? Why wouldn't you see more good days when you're praising Jesus? Have you went to reason with Jesus? Have you reasoned with Jesus? Sometimes I think we don't get it. I know I didn't. I can actually go to God and do like David did and say, now, God, you've watched me praise your name for days on end now and speak unashamedly about you. Why won't you just bless me even more? Because I'll just praise your name with every blessing. I can just feel it's like He just loves that. The Holy Spirit just loves that when I reason and negotiate. And I say, I know I don't deserve it, God, but what good would it do for me to be unhealthy and miserable and not feel good when I can't give you as much praise? But if you'll heal me, I give you so much praise. I think God loves that. He loves you to repeat His word back to Him. He loves you to repeat that word to Him. Just keep repeating it, Shirley. Repeat it to Him. You said, Lord, you said you knew the plans that you had for me, and it's good and not evil. And I'm praising your name, and I'll praise it even more if you'll just keep blessing me. When you get me off the rest of this medication, I'm going to praise you even more. And you just do that and watch what God does. Boy, He loves a willing worker. Hey, Dr. DD. Hey, Kim on Facebook. Any questions? Bulletproof Shield, food categories, food combinations, meal ideas, website, exercise. What's on your mind? It's Q&A session. If you don't like the group format and you prefer a more private, intimate setting, you have opportunity to get an appointment with our one-on-one mentors. They do a great job. This is how I do it. I do it in open format, open forum, if you will. Anybody else? Are all hearts and minds clear? Everybody knows what to do the rest of today, knows what to do this weekend. Have a private question. I cannot digest MCT oil or artificial sweeteners. Is there a way to filter the recipe library for these? No, but thankfully, MCT oil is not in everything, and artificial sweeteners are not in everything that we approve of. Sorry, I already messed up. Sorry. What you're looking for there is whole foods. If you're having gastrointestinal issues with MCT oil and with artificial sweeteners, you probably need to be eliminating any artificial substance or any processed substance from your diet. So that's really a blessing in disguise. That leaves you with whole foods that grow from the ground and roam the earth. And you're going to be so much better off anyway than those of us who can stomach artificial sweeteners. I hate to hear that about MCT oil, because that's a beautiful cooking oil that I wish you could use. But as far as artificial sweeteners, you never have to have a single artificial sweetener and follow Shibboleth. There you are. Yeah, Paula. Whole food it is, and you'll do great with that. You sure will. Sandra, Travis, I mentioned yesterday about the fasting days during Holy Week. Can I have spark during the fasting days? From a Holy Week standpoint, from a spiritual fasting standpoint, that's between you and the Lord. Many types of fast that people do. And to me, a spiritual fast is a very, very personalized one. I know some of the men and women of the Bible, when they fast, they would eat, but they wouldn't eat anything they enjoyed. Some would eat nothing. So if spark, if that's something that gives you a lot of pleasure and you feel like you want to give it up for the Lord during a spiritual fast, then declare it and do it. And I make my declarations when I fast. Sasha and I we do different types of fasts, usually beginning on a new moon or a full moon for fun's sake. But we'll do it and we write it down. If we don't write it, it wasn't declared. We might have talked about it. We might have just talked about it, but we're not accountable for things we talk about. We write it down. So if you declare a fast and you put down no spark, I would suggest that you stick to that. As far as the physiological benefits of fasting, the physiological benefits are mostly described by the word autophagy, the clearing of toxins from the cells, regeneration of the cells, boosting the immune system. So you get a lot of benefit physiologically from fasting. If you're talking about that, then spark, 15 calories, very little. Most of them are only 15 calories. And the caffeine of about the cup of coffee, about as much as a cup of coffee, it will not diminish the results or benefits of autophagy too drastically. So I'll just leave it at that. When I fast for physiological reasons, I will have spark during my fasting times. If I'm doing a spiritual fast, it's one of those things that, I may or may not. If I feel like I'm abusing it, usually I fast from things I'm abusing. Alcohol, I can get where I abuse that pretty easy. What I would call abuse. What one man would call very light drinking, if I do it every day, I consider that abuse. That's me being my own accuser. I engage too much in the sin of judgment and worry. I'll sometimes fast from that. I've got my way of doing that. And it's just up to you. What are you trying to accomplish with your fast? Spiritual, physical, or both? If you're trying to fast for spiritual reasons, spark's not necessarily going to hurt you or help you, and it's certainly not going to really hurt a physiological fast. Aster, cut G out. Blue belts for the win. Hey, I'm a blue belt forever, Aster. I'm a disappearing blue belt these days, brother. I've been one so long, I don't even know how long I've been one. That's okay with me. I like being a good blue belt, if that makes sense to you, a fellow jiu-jitsu practitioner yourself. You're the one that got me into it. And I kind of like being a really good blue belt. I'm a really good blue belt. I'm not looking forward to being a really bad purple belt. I like being a really good blue belt. Anybody else? Any questions or comments? If you give in to an approved snack after 5 or 6 p.m., does that cause the day to be a holiday? If you give in to an approved snack, Lord, no. Not as long as you haven't had too many eating episodes for the day, then it would be a holiday. Yeah. So you might want to ask me a little more specifically so I understand. Do you mean that have you already had, Paulette, have you already had 3 meals and a snack and freebies? And you're saying, what if you give in to another snack? Is that what you're asking? Or are you saying, can I just have an approved snack after dark? Does pickle juice break a fast? Thankfully, no. Looking for Donna's question. People are telling me Donna's got a question. Let me look. Donna. Okay. Donna, so what do you do when you get stressed out and your mind turns to some bad food? Well, first of all, we've got to do a lot of self-work if that's happening. You got to do a lot of internal work, because what that means, to be frank with you, is that bad food is your God and God is not your God. Then we need to do some writing. We need to do some writing in a journal. And instead of just thinking this stuff through, we need to write it down after we've thought it through and really think about what you're turning to. You're stressed, right, everybody? She's saying, I'm stressed and I can't keep my mind off bad food. That's no different than someone feeling stressed and turning toward alcohol. There's no difference. I can talk about this. I used to be stressed and I turned to my wine. That would alleviate my stress. But it never alleviated my stress more than just a few minutes. Then that stress came back, and it also brought friends of it along. It brought worry, regret, shame, guilt. Has anybody ever eaten because they were stressed, and then after the mouth pleasure, you felt more guilt and more stressed? Has that happened to anybody? It never helps. So why don't we write that down this time? Go on and be preemptively strike against the devil and write down, I am watchful, I am sober. I know the devil is going to come at me when I'm stressed with a pleasure, with food or drink or whatever it is. And in that moment, I'm going to be ready for him. I've got on my helmet of salvation. I've got on my breastplate of righteousness. I've got my shield of faith. I've got my sword of the Spirit. My loins are girt with the truth and my why. My feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Write these things down. And I know that when he's tricked me in the past with bad food, unapproved food, that it did not alleviate my stress and actually made it worse. When you write these things down over and over and over, you'll begin to overcome them because you're remapping how you think about them. Right now, you're thinking automatic thoughts. Watch. You're thinking automatic thoughts. You're thinking, that sure would be good right now. Why are you thinking that? Because your body, your brain wants a dopamine hit. You want a dopamine release, automatic. You have no control over it. You've thought it so many times, you're not really even thinking more deeply about it. You're only thinking about the instantaneous pleasure that it gives you, and you've let that sink into your subconscious, and it's just, I'm stressed, I want food. I'm stressed, I want food. That'll make me feel better. I get the dopamine hit. But what happens later? You need even more to get that dopamine hit again. And then you feel more regret. It's a trick. When will we start writing this stuff down and studying our own thoughts and our own behaviors and what's triggering it? And then give our life back to Christ. Very rarely do I offer these suggestions and find out folks actually did these things that I suggest. That's heartbreaking to me because I could literally, rather than prescription medications, I can, in the name of Jesus Christ, I can heal and change the world with a journal. But I can't get nobody to do it. Not harping at Donna, but I can't get nobody to do it. The most simple of things, the most inexpensive of things, takes 3 minutes a day. I can't get people to do it. So either they don't believe me or they're too lazy. It's sad to me. I've got journal after journal. My life has changed because of the Holy Spirit, because of those that are closest to me, being better people than me and inspiring me to be a better person, like my wife, like some of my members, the Holy Spirit, and my journals. I've got journal after journal. They're everywhere. I'm constantly picking up and writing in these journals my thoughts, my feelings, and then at the end of the day, I give myself a cleaner version in a digital one. You know, I just summarize all that writing for the day. It's so important to me because it helps me change me. It helps me become aware of what's triggering these bad behaviors of mine that hurt me, that hurt those around me. You got to journal. Donna asked, I think a lot of people, including myself, don't write on paper. Do you think a voice journal works? It's better than nothing. I believe in both. I can show you why. When I do my devotional without Sasha, this is a fact. When I do my devotional without Sasha, I read the word to myself. I read it to myself. I may or may not take notes, and I get something out of it. Most mornings, we now start the day reading together, and we read the word aloud. It never fails that I get more out of it. So I think there's something about having a voice journal, but I also think there's something about the written word. Watch this. Watch this. How many people have ever said something as vile as, I hate myself? Has anybody ever done that? I hate myself. Or you said something you didn't mean. It was vile and it was ugly. You shouldn't have said it, but you said it out loud and you wish you could take it back. Now, watch this. Your words have power. The quality of your life right now, today, is basically the net total of your positive words and thoughts minus your negative words and thoughts. This is a fact. There's no getting around it. Whatever you're dealing with, what you're looking at your whole life is the net total. Nobody's 100% negative. Nobody's 100% positive. Your life is basically the net total, the net of your positive thoughts and words minus your negative thoughts and words. You want a more positive life? Begin to speak more positively, right? Are y'all with me? So if I had 100 positive words and thoughts today and only 10 negative words and thoughts today, I am to the good. When I looked around August the 21st, 2021, I thought, well, my life's pretty good. I got all these challenges over here, but I got all these good. And I realized that what I was looking at was the net total of my positive thoughts and words minus my negative words and thoughts. I've really worked hard on letting go of negativity, and my life is improving. It's improving on a daily basis. So this is power. Now, in addition to that, watch this. We started this off with, I'm trying to make a point about the written word, the spoken and the written word. The written word, like I used to say, I hate myself. What's the matter with me? I want to take that back right now. Ooh, that's nasty. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. Let me put that back out there. All right. So all those ugly things that we've said about ourselves, is it easier to say it? Is it harder to say it? Or is it harder to write it? Think about that. It's really hard for me to write on a piece of paper I blank myself, right? It's really hard to do that. You get more truth out of yourself when you write. So try to say it out loud, but also try to write it. If you want to change, when people say I don't like to do it, then you don't like lasting wellness. I don't mean that sarcastic. You just don't really want to be well. I know what I'm talking about. Any other questions or comments? Everybody can be their own worst critic, and what we need to do, and a lot of people that are their own worst critic, they're so hard on themselves. If you pay attention, you'll notice they also are hard on everybody else. They're very judgmental, because in order for them to exist, they have to find somebody that's as bad or worse than them. So the judge is always present. We are our own worst critic, and we need to be our best friend. We need to be tough with ourselves, but show ourselves a lot of grace. Be tough with ourselves because we have so much potential, but not be self-deprecating all the time. Like I have that as a character flaw, but I'm working on it because I'm starting to realize the immense power of my words and thoughts. Lynn, she's in week 221 of daily journaling. It's healing and empowering. Great job, Lynn. No wonder you've done so good. Dr. D, what does a flag by your name mean on Facebook? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what that means if you're talking about on Facebook. Aster, silly question. He says, is it true if you're fasting, you should only drink water and not even intake black coffee, since your body will try to process it? I disagree with people who say that. I disagree with people who say that because the benefit of autophagy lies in the term autophagy. And most studies show that if you are not consuming macronutrients, protein, carbs, or fat, you're not disrupting autophagy. Caffeine disrupts it minimally. So during my fast, I'm definitely having something like coffee. So I don't see that as a problem, Aster. A fast is a fast, though. 0 calories is best, but there's no protein, carbohydrate, or fat in a regular cup of coffee, so I wouldn't worry about that. Brenda says, I trust you. I'll start writing. Good deal. Dr. D, any recommendations for those who have hypothyroidism? Absolutely, I do. Do our program. You need nothing else. Nothing else. I know we have countless members who have that very same issue. And you've probably been told you can't lose weight or you're going to struggle losing weight. You may have even tried this program in part and not lost weight. If you follow this program strictly, perfect days, then that is not going to be a problem. I promise you. A large percentage of our clients have that very same issue, and to their surprise and to their medical providers' surprise, with close adherence to the program and consistency, they have no issues losing weight, and they feel fabulous with some consistency. It's really hard for members, especially those that are new. I think a lot of our members try to take parts of Shibboleth and parts of this program and that program, put it all together. This program is terrible. This is a terrible program to put together with other programs. I'm thankful it has plenty of variety. I'm thankful that it is doable, because in order for this program to work, You have to do it exactly as it is laid out. Perfect days, consistently, no more than 1 or 2 challah meals a week or holidays a week in the beginning, and you're going to be successful. No doubt about it. Slow metabolism, it's not an issue. It's not an issue, I promise. Not an issue. That's another phrase that I wish had never been invented. Because once we label ourselves with a slow metabolism, it's not that we have a slow metabolism. It's that we believe we do. So at the first sign of trouble, we think the program of choice isn't working. But I would be what someone would say, a person with a slow metabolism. Program works great for me. My mom is somebody that was told she has no metabolism because of her thyroid issues and a pituitary tumor that she had. And she just lost her weight and got in an ideal weight range. So it's doable. You just got all those labels that might signal to us that we won't be successful. We need to ditch them. There was one that lay there on his bed by the pool at Bethsaida, I believe. And he was told he couldn't get well too. And he was losing hope, but along come Jesus, said, take up your bed and walk. Just make a decision that hypothyroidism isn't an issue anymore, and it won't be. Charles just got done with the masterclass challenge, lost 20 pounds. He says, after that challenge, coming back and just having Shibboleth perfect days feels like I'm having a holiday. That's what it's meant to feel like. Get more variety again now that the challenge is over. I love the way Shibboleth makes things new like that. Any other questions? Paul says, after following Shibboleth faithfully, having a holiday is really never as gratifying as I feel like it should be. Shibboleth has about everything you need. Yeah, absolutely. Astor says, my metabolism is crazy fast and I have to eat a lot of protein. Carbs not only make me depressed and sluggish, me too, by the way, but also give me awful lack of sleep, body aches and pain. Me too. I'm with you. That's why I like what we call lion and shark days. My inflammation bodily inflammation improves, digestion improves, energy improves. Some people don't do well with carbohydrates, especially grains, and I'm one of them. But I love the taste of them. But try to eat them very sparingly. Tammy, what is the master class? It's a class that I host once a month if there's enough participation. That's just a little bit deeper dive into nutritional topics like intermittent fasting, autophagy. Last night we did recipe conversion, meal formulas. It's just a little deeper dive into the content. A group begins together and ends together. They go through the same studies, eat off the same meal list, and take the same supplements. And the results are astonishing. So really proud of my masterclass groups. We just finished up our second 24-day one, and the Lord really blessed. We don't know if we're having one yet again. Not right now. I'll be looking at that next week, seeing if we have enough participation. Got to have 20 or more people to do those. Anybody else? Amanda says, if we do one in May, I'm going to officially do it. I only followed along last time. We'd love to have you. The more, the merrier. If there's enough, Kelly, we'll have an orientation. I will post it in the Journey group and I'll text it out. I'll text out the invitation, and then folks will sign up just like they sign up for this class. We'll have an orientation. Everybody will get a chance to hear what the meal plan is going to be, et cetera, what the requirements are, et cetera, and then make a decision. And then if we have 20 or more, we'll proceed. Anyone else? Shonda, we'd love to have you. Hopefully we'll have enough participation. We'll know early next week if we're going to have another master class. How do you sign up for the Journey group? Should have been able to do that, Miss Tammy, when you signed up. Tammy, are you, forgive me for not knowing off the top of my head, are you a free community member or a lifetime member? Aster asked while I'm waiting on that, what's your opinion on KOI, K-O-I, CBD gummies before bed to help fight inflammation? I've replaced my glass of wine before bed and have stopped taking a couple medications for neck and back issues. 6 months. So thankfully I live in Florida. So I get my CBD oil from the pharmacy, and I swear by it. I take CBD oil every night before bed, and it helps me. Now, I don't know about the efficacy of the gummies in an unregulated where it's not, it's over the counter. I get a very potent CBD oil from the pharmacy because I have a prescription, but I swear by mine. So assuming yours is a good active CBD and you feel like you're getting benefits from it, it's definitely not going to hurt you. Probably only going to help you. We have those cannabinoid receptors, and that's what they're there for, is to receive cannabinoids and help with these inflammatory processes. So I'd say go for it if you feel good about them. CBD in general is, I'm a real big advocate of it. Tammy, you're a lifetime member, and Joni just gave you the group there. I hope you see that, Tammy. There's the link to the Journey group. Thank you, Joni. Amanda says CBD is great for inflammation. It is. It's great for sleep, recovery, inflammation. Yep. I've been taking it now for a little more than a year. So hate that you're experiencing that kind of pain, but we be brethren. I can certainly, had a L4 discectomy, have a herniated L5. I've got a torn MCL. I've got a ruptured Achilles. I wake up hobbled every morning, and I certainly feel for you, brother. Certainly feel for you. Looking for Jessica's question. Jessica, so all meats at restaurants count as a category 4? Yes. Authentic Mexican is the specific meat I'm asking about. Yes. At a restaurant, every meat, unless you specifically ask them to dry grill it with no fat, no oil, which they probably are not going to do, even if they tell you they did, they're not using MCT oil to cook that meat with. So it does not matter how lean it is. It needs to be treated as a category 4 at a restaurant, especially during your weight loss phase. After that, I'll let folks experiment as they want to. But in the weight loss phase at a restaurant, all meat should be counted as a category 4. Can you have category 2 veggies with it? Yes, you sure can. Yeah, category 2 veggies are going to be cooked in long chain triglyceride fats as well. So you got to treat everything on a plate at a restaurant like it's a one big old category 4. And that's the only way to stay safe at a restaurant. We don't have the ability to look at the nutritional label. So any meat that's unbreaded at a restaurant is treated like a category 4. Opinion on boar's head lunch meat as a healthy on-the-go snack. As of meat and cheese rolls, it keeps me from reaching to candy, kills my cravings. I love boar's head meat. That's my favorite. My 2 favorite are boar's head and Dietz and Watson. Can't really beat the quality of their meats. So if that's helping you, that's terrific thing to do. I don't know if I understand the cheese roll aspect of that, but yeah, I have boar's head meats as snacks. I'll usually wrap a pickle with them or something. Some boar's head turkey wrapped around a big old, this is the best tasting pickle I ever did eat. One of them big old elastic pickles with some boar's head turkey or ham wrapped around it. That's often a snack or a meal for me. So yeah, those are great meats. Dietz and Watson's good too if you don't have access. If y'all are listening, you don't have access to boar's head, Dietz and Watson would be the next best. Christy, been taking Advocare Delta. Wondered if Omni would be a good change up. Been feeling sluggish, probably more from anxiety and stress. Changing up to Omni might help. I doubt that it would help. You can try it. You should get more energy from Delta, but maybe if you're looking for something to help combat anxiety, not that Omni's not promoting this. I'm just saying maybe with Delta promoting energy, that's not helping your anxiety. I would just say that. And making the switch, you're going to have the same vitamins in there, the same fish oils in there. So you get most of the same coverage. I consider personally Omni to be better for wellness for my own self. They don't promote that. That's me saying that. And Delta for weight loss. Delta can sometimes make me feel a little, so I don't know that would help with anxiety. Dietz and Watson packaged or from the deli, it's one and the same. They're cutting from the same block. So yeah, they may have some that they've already packaged for efficiency at the deli shop, but Dietz and Watson is fine. You get them to slice it for you, or you go on and buy it pre-sliced. Doesn't matter. Dietz and Watson, boar's head are premium deli meats, and both are good products. I prefer boar's head from a taste and quality standpoint, but Dietz and Watson, for those that don't have access to boar's head, is a fine deli meat. Less nitrates. Aster, with your last time I seen you, you look extremely lean, and you got a fast metabolism. With you having boar's head meat, no carbs, just cheese and boar's head meat, you're going to be fine. Having, like most of my clients, we wouldn't want them to be having full fat cheese. But with you, I wouldn't worry about it at all because you have a fast metabolism. Unless you've changed since the last time I seen you, you was looking pretty svelte. So boar's head and full fat cheese for you is not going to be a problem. Does me too. Charles says Delta has helped me with my appetite. I feel like it does me as well. Marie, I keep thinking today is Saturday. So I was late getting on. So glad they recorded. Yep. We're glad to have you though. Better late than never. Any last questions before we go today? Thank you, brother. Yeah, man. Good to connect with you. You got me in jiu-jitsu and you got out of it. I never even got to get a roll in with you, brother. I'll always be thankful to Astor. He's the one that got me. He told me I should try it, and I was scared to death. I finally decided to face a fear, and I've been hooked ever since. We never would have tried it if it hadn't been for Astor. Yeah, man. We're in St. Augustine. We'd love that. That would be a blast. Okay, if all hearts and minds are clear, we're going to let you go. I'll ask you again, if you're a lifetime member, please pray about becoming a partner. And we want to thank our partners for keeping us going. We really need you. We need you more than ever. We appreciate all you do. Our team appreciates you. And if the Lord leads you to, we'd love to have your support at www.helpshibboleth.com, www.helpshibboleth.com. Thank you, Brother Charles. Amanda says, I love St. Augustine. I didn't know that's where you were. Yep, been living here since 2016. Yep. All right, y'all. We'll see you next time. Y'all have a perfect day and a blessed day. God bless you.